Hello students, I welcome all of you in KENE'S Educare. Today we are learning about Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. This chapter is from your 9th Mathematics NCERT. तो ये start करते हैं. तो equivalent versions of Euclid's fifth postulate. So Euclid's fifth postulate is very significant in the history of mathematics. So recall it again from section 5.2. We see that by implication no intersection of lines will take place when the sum of the measures of the interior angles on the same side of the falling line is exactly 180 degree. So there are several equivalent versions of these postulates. One of them is Playfair's exams given by Scottish mathematician John Playfair in 1729 as stated below. देखिए यहाँ पर for every line L, एक लाइन है L, तो फॉर एवरी लाइन एल, कोई भी लाइन हो एल, एंड फॉर एवरी पॉइंट पी नॉट लाइंग ऑन एल, कोई भी पॉइंट अगर उसके ऊपर नहीं आता है, देर एग्जिस्ट अ यूनिक लाइन एम पासिंग थ्रू पॉइंट पी एंड पैरेलल टू एल. ओके, मतलब देखिए एवरी लाइन एल, यहाँ पर एक लाइन एल है, ठीक है. अभी फॉर एवरी पॉइंट पी नॉट लाइंग ऑन एल, ये पी जो है यहाँ पर नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने यहाँ पर एज्यूम किया, सो ये पॉइंट पी यहाँ पर है. सो देयर एग्जिस्ट अ यूनिक लाइन एम. तो यहाँ पर मुझे बताओ पी से कितने लाइंस पास हो सकती है. पी से इन्फानाइट नंबर ऑफ लाइन पास हो सकती है. तो यहाँ पर इन्फानाइट नंबर ऑफ लाइन में से एक यूनिक लाइन ऐसे होगी जो पी से पास होती है, एंड वो वही लाइन इस एल लाइन को पैरेलल होगी. ये स्टेटमेंट कह रहा है, ठीक है. सो फॉर एवरी लाइन एल एंड फॉर एवरी पॉइंट पी नॉट लाइंग ऑन एल, देयर एग्जिस्ट अ यूनिक लाइन एम पासिंग थ्रू पी एंड अ पैरेलल टू एल. ओके, so from 5.11 you see that all the lines passing through the point P, only line M is parallel to line L. So these results can also be stated in the following form. Two distinct intersecting lines cannot be parallel to the same line. Okay, मतलब उन्होंने क्या कहा, two distinct intersecting lines cannot be parallel to the same line. Euclid did not require his fifth postulates to prove his first 28 theorems. Many mathematicians, including him, were convinced that fifth postulate is actually a theorem that can be proved using just the first four postulates and other exams. So, however, all attempts to prove the fifth postulates as the theorem have failed, but these efforts have led to be great achievement. The creation of several other geometries. These geometries are quite different from Euclidean geometry. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा different था Euclidean geometry से. So they are called non-Euclidean geometries. So their creation is considered landmark in the history through thought, because till then everyone had believed that Euclid was the only geometry and the world itself was Euclidean. Now the geometry of the universe we live in has been shown to be non-Euclidean geometry. In fact, it's called spherical geometry. उसे हम क्या कहते हैं, spherical geometry. In spherical geometry, lines are not straight. They are parts of a great circle. Okay, lines क्या होते हैं, circle के parts होते हैं. That is, circles obtained by the intersection of a sphere and planes passing through the center of the sphere. In figure 5.12, इस फिगर में देखिए the lines AN, BN, which are parts of the great circle of a sphere, are perpendicular to the same line AB. ये क्या है, इस AB लाइन को perpendicular है, but they are meeting each other though the sum of angles on the same side of a line AB is not less than two right angles. In fact, it is 90 degree plus 90 is equal to 180 degree. Also note that the sum of the angles of a triangle NAB is greater than 180 degree, as angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Thus Euclidean geometry is valid only for the figures in the plane. On the curved surfaces it fails. Okay, अगर curved surface आया तो Euclidean geometry फेल होती है. ओके, तो यूक्लिडियन ज्योमेट्री ओनली सरफेस, मतलब जो 2D फिगर से सरफेस जो होता है उस पे ऊपर ही यहाँ पर फॉलो होती है, वैलिड होती है। Example number 3. Consider the following statement. There exists a pair of straight lines that everywhere equidistant from the one another. Is this statement a direct consequence of Euclid's fifth postulates? And explain. Take any line L. कोई भी line L लीजिए and point P on line not on L. Then by Playfair exam, which is equivalent to the fifth postulates, we know that there is a unique line M through point P which is parallel to L. So now the distance of a point from a line is the length of the perpendicular from the point to the line. This distance will be the same for any point on M from L and any point on L from M. So these two lines are everywhere equidistant from one another. Remark देखिए, the geometry that you will be studying in the next few chapters is Euclidean geometry. However, the axioms and theorems used by us may be different from those of Euclid's. तो स्टूडेंट्स, हमने क्या क्या लर्न किया है इन दिस चैप्टर? यू हैव स्टडीड द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट्स. दो यूक्लिड्स डिफाइन अ पॉइंट, अ लाइन and plane, the definitions are not accepted by mathematician. Therefore, these terms are now taken as undefined. Axioms or postulates are the assumptions which are obvious universal truths. They are not proof. Theorems are statements which are proved using definition. Axioms previously prove statements and deductive reasoning. Euclid's axioms were things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. If equals are added to equals, the wholes are equal. If equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. The whole is greater than the part. Things which are double of the same things are equal to one another, and things which are halves of the same things are equal to one another. Euclid's postulates were postulates 1. A straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. All right angles are equal to one another. If a straight line falling on two straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of angles is less than two right angles. Two equivalent versions of Euclid's fifth postulates are: for every line L and for every point P not lying on L, there exists a unique line M passing through P and parallel to L. Two distinct intersecting lines cannot be parallel to the same line. All the attempts to prove Euclid's fifth postulates using the first four postulates fail, but they led to the discovery of several other geometries called non-Euclidean geometries. तो स्टूडेंट्स, आज का लेक्चर हम यहाँ पर ही एंड करते हैं. तो मिलते हैं अभी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, जहाँ पर हम एक्सरसाइज सॉल्व करेंगे. ठीक है, थैंक यू.